Hello and welcome to today's video, and this video is something which I always wanted to make but I had no reason to until actually getting people to watch me. Now here I have a box, and in this box I have 6 mysterious mods from AliExpress which we are going to do on the M3, and we're going to see if it is worth it or not. Since the sun is just about to go down, this is going to be a multi-day video, but let's go ahead with our first mod, and it is going to be the 3D shadow lights. And now those are being resold for a way higher of a price, but essentially those are the lights that go under your doors and project downwards, aka a projector. So let's put those on and see if they're any good. Putting on those projectors is actually pretty easy, quick and convenient, and you can get some very nice refreshed look, because those lights that I have on the M3 are just white and regular, but we might as well have the nice M3 sign right underneath our doors as we open them each time. Removing the original light is actually quite simple. All you gotta do is just pry from one side closer to the door handle, and then pry slightly from the other side, and then pull down from the side that's closer to the engine, and it should come out. Now watch out, because there is a wire obviously, so don't pull it out. There is this black tab on the inside which you can spin like so, and this is going to change the kind of layout of how the M3 logo is shining, which is quite dope. And in order to install this projector, all you got to do is just to put in the wire. Now here you have a plastic clip, press it inside as you put it in, and it's gonna go in without a problem, like so. Now, is the M3 logo mod projector really worth it? I want to say yes, but I'm gonna wait until it gets a little darker so we can see it more. Like, it has been literally a few minutes and we can already see the M3 show up brighter than it did on the other side. It's a new day, we got some more time to do the mods, so let's jump into the next one. And I see this red box, and you may wonder to yourself, what is within the red box? Well, it is not a proposal ring, because I already got that one, but it is in fact a carbon fiber gas cap cover. Now, it's not an actual gas cap, it is just a cover, but it's real carbon fiber. On the inside, you can actually see the weave and that it is an actual carbon fiber. Before installing the tape on, I made sure to clean both the gas cap and the inside of the carbon fiber cap. And I'm definitely not including the entire time lapse of me trying to take this tape off, because this tape is by far the biggest piece of crap that I have dealt with. The tape we were given is just beyond crap, so instead of sticking it on the gas cap, I stuck it onto the actual gas cap, well, gas cap cover onto the gas cap. I've cleaned the interior. I do have some 3M tape at home, which I will change this for, but we're in the middle of nowhere, so let me apply this on it, and maybe, just maybe, it will hold. I mean, it's holding. Not sure for how long with this tape, but it's holding. Now let's get to the next mod, and there's actually one mod which I really need for the M3, so it will actually be 100% useful. But next up, what we're going to try is the reverse lights. Brighter reverse lights, LED reverse lights instead of the regular bulb ones. After I have ordered the lights and they actually came, I went over to the M3 to kind of take a peek, and you can actually see that it already has LED lights. So it's going to be interesting to see which ones are brighter. Removing the outer taillights on the E92 M3 is actually quite simple. All you got to do is just remove the covers, take care of 3 nuts, unplug the cable, and then out they go. As soon as I took out the light bulb housing, I was kind of looking at the light bulb. I was trying to take it out, but it wasn't coming out. So then I kind of turned it around and saw that it was actually soldered on. Who can tell me what is going on here? Because if you don't know what's going on here, it's basically an aftermarket LED bulb, which I think is soldered on, honestly, with a... what is this? It's not a heat sink, but it's some voltage converter probably, so we are able to provide more power to this LED light bulb. So without even trying this out, I already think that this is going to be brighter than this, strictly because of having this little converter, I think it is. So I don't think we are even able to try those out because of this being soldered on. And of course, as I was putting everything back together, something was bound to go wrong. And now this is why it is super handy to have this long magnet thing on you at all times. I promise you, next 1 or 2 mods are going to redeem this. Now in fact, yeah. So I kind of already tried this one out. and it's pretty shitty. But let's hop over to the interior to check it out. So what do you think those are? This was honestly a purchase which I was the most hesitant about. But what they are the covers for the knobs. So one for the temperature knob and one for the other temperature knob. Now, my reasoning, I know it's a face palm. We're not going to be running this because look, it's even bad fitment. But my reasoning for getting this is because we have this silver accent. We've got those silver accents. I know there's a little silver accent here as well, but I thought that this will kind of look nicer if I was to get this. But this is even too large. Now that's a failure. I promise you, this is the very last failure. Next two things are gonna be fire, so let's not talk about this, and it's already been too long for me to even return this pile of crap. I think it was like maybe $2.50. Let's go outside. Now over to our two final mods. Let's start with the one that I actually need. This here is a set of dynamic indicators. Now, why do I need them? One of my indicators, there is some water coming on the inside, so whenever I'm taking photos, you can see the condensation, which isn't nice. So now, as I was upgrading, it was pretty much the only choice. I decided to go for the dynamic ones. So we're gonna have this nice effect. Not sure how well this looks, but there is condensation right here. And it looks like at one point I'm gonna have to order a new cover because this kind of silver plastic thing is kind of chipping away, which again isn't ideal. Not sure if we can clean it or not. I'm gonna see what we need to replace after I actually will clean the entire car. But for now, let's remove this. Before we will do anything, I'm gonna mask off the surrounding area just so I don't end up scratching it, because it is kind of on the harder side to pull out this indicator. I'm not sure how old this tape is, but man, it is definitely not up to the standard. This is, in one video, 2 shitty tapes that we have to use. Now, from my very quick research, all I really have to do is just to squeeze this and then pull this out, because there are clips on the inside, but it is slightly difficult, and I do not have any pliers. Removing the indicator was much tougher than I have expected. Each time I was pulling on the indicator, the whole fender was being warped and it felt like I was going to break it. I have even tried using a pry tool, but pry tool did not help. What a to deal with. Oh my god. And also we still have this one tab that we need to undo. I cannot explain how happy I am right now. No, this was easier than I thought. Removing this other part of the bracket or decor can be quite difficult. Now, there are 2 clips kind of preventing you from pulling it out, and I would not recommend just straight up pulling on it. What you want to do is you want to move it around just so the clips get slightly loose, and then pull on it from one side, because if you try to pull on it from both sides, you're most likely going to break this bracket. Now this is the old one which we are replacing, so let's grab a new one. New indicator goes inside like so. Here we are. Definitely looks a lot better. Even when you look at it, this, I guess, plastic has already somewhat faded, where this one is fresh. It's also ribbed throughout the way compared to having it pretty smooth and then ribbed on the inside. So let's see if it even works. Oh god. I'm not gonna lie, we have just made a 2011 BMW E92 M3 into a 2026 BMW E92 M3 upgraded edition. Now this actually looks sick. I used to have a pair of those on my E92 335, but you know, it was just like this little kind of thing on the side compared to E92 M3, and it looks so much better with those indicators. I could have went for the full black ones, but I felt like the black ones would just blend in with the entire car, which I didn't want. I like those details to stand out, but we're gonna have to revisit this in order to get new covers. So let's assemble this and then do the other side before the sun goes down. One last time, let's check if it works. Now, over to the other side. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. Now, we will have one more mod, which I'm probably gonna end up tackling tomorrow, but this one we can just do at where we live. Now, shout out to my fiance for actually reminding me to record how the old one was. Like, this is so dim and it's just like yucky, but the other side is so modern. Having done one side already, the second one's pretty easy. All you have to do is just slightly pull up, slightly pull down, and then keep repeating while slightly pulling, and it's gonna come out. With the indicators fully done, we have one last remaining mod, which we are going to do tomorrow, which is going to be in the next clip for you. Or I might actually add some clips of the indicators and stuff, but it's within this box and it might help some of you content creators, but we're going to leave this for the next clip. And now, as promised, with the final mod today, which are interior LED lights. Now, for someone like me that records for social media, having my lights kind of bright does help me during the night. Now, those regular bulbs, they aren't bright at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace 3 of them, but we also have more light bulbs, which I don't really need, but I'm gonna put on anyway and let you know. I've heard from a friend that those light bulbs, they only turn on for a certain amount of time, and then they just kind of dim down and turn off. I'm not sure what that is about, but we're also going to explore if this happens with these. Removing this upper panel is actually quite easy to get to the light bulbs, but if you want to remove the entire panel, it's actually way more difficult. There are some clips on the inside which you have to pry from the other side, and it's just a bunch of BS. So all we're going to try to do is just to remove this part and those 2 inner lights to get to our light bulb. We're gonna have to wait a bit because they are already just too warm to the touch. But while we wait, let's try the vanity mirror light, which is located right here. And the removal of it is absolutely quick and easy. Just by replacing this first dome light, I can already tell the difference, and it is absolutely huge. Again, we're gonna mount some of them. We're gonna let the car run for a while, see if this will actually turn off. I wanted to replace the trunk lights, but it only turned out that I had one, and the one that I already had was upgraded to full-on LED. With the camera being so far back behind closed doors, it is surprisingly kind of usable. I can see myself when previously I wasn't able to see anything. I have decided to do the rear dome lights, in fact all the other lights that we got, because for some reason in my head I thought that doing those is going to take forever, where in reality it is just a few minute job without any problems whatsoever. For some reason I thought that the light that shines on your knees is the one in your glove box, and then I thought to myself, we got a spare light bulb from the trunk light, so let's put it in there too. The light bulb enclosure within the glove box took no effort to remove. Now, I am going to use an additional light just to make this easier for you, but I thought that changing those light bulbs is going to be so much more of an effort. Even without removing the full kind of dome cover in the rear and in the front, it was still quite easy to do. Just make sure that the actual light bulbs weren't on so they aren't too hot to the touch. So let us start with the indicators. Now, at first, I really liked them. Then I felt kind of confused about them because when I was looking from this angle, this indicator seemed so new, and I don't mean modern new, I mean new compared to the lights. The lights are a bit faded, but I'm pretty sure once we actually upgrade the headlights, whether we restore them or whether we get new ones, it is going to complement each other very nicely. Now, at one point I was thinking that it's slightly too modern, but when I kind of took steps back, and I completely fully approve of this mod. As we open up the doors, you won't be able to see, but the M3 logo is quite faded because it is quite light out, or quite bright out, but when it gets dark, the M3 is nicely visible. And again, it's one of the mods which I again would recommend and I do approve. I'm not gonna lie, one of the more questionable mods is this M performance cap in carbon fiber. Now, I've seen so many people run it and I was just curious to try it, and to be honest, I mean, it doesn't change up anything, it doesn't make things any different, but every time you open up that gas cap, which I'm pretty sure you do quite often in the E92 M3, you will at least touch some carbon fiber. And to be honest, it may seem like a gimmick, but since I touch it so often, not out of context, I approve. Now, hopping into the M3, this mod is something which I wanted to do for a significant amount of time, and it's something that will essentially allow me to make better content, especially at night. So the interior lighting was quite poor in the E92 M3, but those LED lights have done a massive difference. I did play around with the videos or recording at night, and I might add it here, or if not, you'll definitely see them on shorts and on reels. But those LED lights, they have done a massive difference. So again, I will definitely approve of this mod, and I will be getting another pack just in case any of them go out. But I also have an LED light under here, which I also want to replace, and I don't have any spares. A lot of people trash talk about Temu mods, AliExpress mods, even Alibaba, but the reality is many of those big retailers and sellers do get their supplies from China, exactly from where we buy those. Now, the only difference may be the factories. So there could be 10 different advertisings for the same thing, but one of them is the one that they may most likely, possibly use. So you got to do your research in order to pick the best seller. But all of those successful mods, which I've looked through, I will leave a link down for in the description. And one thing I will definitely mention and warn you about, there are so many mods. Just be careful with ordering them because you do not want to rice out your M3 or any other car you'll be getting those mods for. The big brick kit is here. It might be getting put on next week. Maybe we can get some more parts. I have to reach out to a single company to see if they want to work with me. Now, the rear diffuser situation, it is kind of going into the direction of filing a dispute against one of the, I guess, suppliers that sent me over a diffuser, which was unfortunately broken within shipping. It is not my fault. I didn't pack it. The box looked fine. So I'll give some more information when that kind of resolves itself. Now, with all that being said, I will try to get more mods for the E92 M3, but in the same time, I'm trying to get another car, which may be next month, it may be in 2 months, maybe possibly in 3 months, but somehow we're gonna make it work. And hopefully I've enjoyed this video. Shout out to everybody subscribing, liking, and supporting. Again, it feels awesome to be back. Thank you. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Take care, and to the next one. I don't know what I was doing there with my other hand. Bye.